안녕하세요. 저는 이마예요. 만나서 반가워요. Hello everyone, my name is Ima. We are actually 2 weeks, maybe. We are not taking lessons. Did you notice the way I was speaking to you? I was saying, let me repeat. 안녕하세요. 저는 이마예요. 만나서 반가워요. So, the reason why I am repeating myself is because today we will actually learn the honorifics in Korean. Of course, I think I mentioned before that the verbs generally show us which form it is being used. The 반말, which is the casual, or formal. In Korean, honorific form is very important. Well, actually, I guess it is in different countries the same. You also have formal and informal way of speaking. But especially in Korea, they will consider you being rude if you do not pronounce or if you do not say the word properly, or if you omit something from the word. So that's why today we have different characters, and we will try to understand together how it really works. So in Korean there are 3 ways of talking or speaking. One is called 반말. I will write it here because this is a language, or is the casual language. 반말, it means, 반, it means half, 말, it means word, half word. This kind of casual language is used generally with our friends, so that's why here you see 2 friends. Wow, good drawing, huh? So they are friends, they can use 반말. 반말, as you notice, it's half of the word. They don't use the whole word. That is why if you use it, especially with older people, you will be considered rude. So we have 반말, casual, and then we have 존댓말. Well, 존댓말 is also here, but I will write it. 존댓말, it is a honorific form, and it's actually, I don't know, it is divided, let's say. This is the semi-formal, and this is the very formal, very, how to say, extremely formal, extremely respectful. So this one here, the semi-formal, we can use it with our parents, with teacher, professor in school, or with people that we see almost every day in our work, for example. We know that they are older than us, but we can use this language. And the extremely formal, let's say, or formal, how they say, 존댓말, this is a language we can use with our superior or with the elder people. Koreans are very respectful towards the elder people. No, not only they say it by the way, or they show it with the way how they speak, but they also show it with the body gestures, or even by doing like this. So they are very humble and try to show respect, to pay respect to elder people. I guess you also know that in Japan, I think, they even, when they see foreign elder people in the street, they don't know, they never seen before, but they're doing like this, and so it's very nice, right? It is very good that we can pay respect to elders. So I have some students who are learning Korean, and most of the time when they ask me something, they use the 반말, which if I would not be Korean, or if I would not be understanding, I would say, wow, these students are so rude. But since I know that the students are beginners, I know that it's very common to make mistakes or to use the word in a half. But how does this work? Actually, generally, when we use the panmal or the casual language, we don't add anything, but we omit from the word. Here, we generally add yo to the semi-formal, and here we add 입니다, or it depends if it is the interrogative form, 입니다 or 있습니다, 있습니다. So, regarding the verbs and how do they take in or do they change using the honorific form, you will learn in next lessons. So let's take some examples. Let's take, for example, the word 안녕. 안녕. So 안녕 is hi. You already know that this one you can only say to your friends or to someone who is very or younger than you. But you cannot say 안녕, let's say to your teacher. 선생님 안녕. Okay. 안녕 is a word, it means hi. You can say it at any time of the day. You can say hi, but you can also say bye, 안녕. So it's hi and bye. But in this case, if I want to use the semi-formal, I would say 안녕 하세요. Hello. And if I want to use this formal, I would say 안녕 하십니까? 안녕하십니까? Or let's use another word. For example, do you know the word or how do you ask how are you? Have you been well? For example, the word 잘 지내. 잘 지내. This is like you are asking somebody, you're doing well. Actually, the translation is are you doing well? But to give it a proper meaning, or the literal translation is like that, but we change it like, how are you? 잘 지내? How are you? So here, remember that when we use the semi-formal, we need to add 요. So in this case, 잘 지내요. 잘 지내요. 잘 지내요. 잘 지내요. Are you doing well? How are you? And how do you think we can use here? Do you think we can use something here? Oh, yes, we can use. So, 잘 지내셨어요? 잘 지내셨어요? Have you been well? Or are you doing well? So this is a word that generally people use some words because they have seen in Korean drama or they have heard from their K-pop artists. I know because most of my students, they are K-pop fans, so they use words that they hear from their idols without even knowing that they are actually being a bit rude. For example, you know the word thank you in Korean is 고마워. It means thank you or thanks. Exactly, it's thanks. So we use it in Panman. We cannot say 고마워 to someone who is older than us or to someone who is even, let's say, to our superior. And the semi-formal 고마워요. We add 요, 고마워요. So in this case, we are saying thank you. Thank you. And actually, this is the form or the way of speaking that I suggest to everybody, because it's like, it's not rude, it is very acceptable, and it's not extremely polite, and you don't have to remember 십니다, 입니다, 입니까. Just add yo. 고마워요. And the formal, 고맙습니다. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's say we will just take some examples, because regarding other, for example, titles, so that how do we say, how do we call somebody who is our superior, or somebody who is, let's say, older or younger. We will take next time, so don't worry about these other things. Just concentrate on this and how do we form. Let's say I want to make a question, since you are K-pop fans. So, do you guys know this one, this guy? What can we ask? Who is he, right? Okay, who? The question who in Korean is 누구. 누구. So you guys, I guess you know, right? So he is Jimin. Jimin is a member of one of the most famous Korean bands. Well, actually, I think it's worldwide now. So if I want to use the rude, the casual way, I would say 누구 and without anything. 누구. 누구, it's very rude. Do not use it. Only if you are talking to your friend or to someone who's younger. If I want to say another way, I would say 누구 예요. 누구예요? Who is he? In this case, I'm just asking who. Here, I'm asking who is he. And here, if I use the formal, 누구십니까? 누구십니까? Who is this person? So, 이 사람이 누구십니까? Who is, or I don't know, 누구예요? 이 사람은 지민 씨예요. 지민 씨입니다. We cannot say just 이 사람은 지민. 지민 is polite, and we are not being polite. I can say 지민 씨예요. Okay, it's good. 지민 씨입니까? wait, 지민 씨 누구십니까? 입니다, right? So you can take different members that you really like, and you can make this question by practicing a lot. Let's take another word that mostly K-pop idols use. For example, 괜찮아. 괜찮다, it is the word. 괜찮아, it means it's okay, or you can even make a question mark here, and you can ask like, are you okay? Everything is okay. So 괜찮아, is it okay? Are you okay? But 괜찮아, you can also say if somebody hurts you without without intention, or somebody, I don't know, uses your computer without saying to you, and she says, I'm sorry, and you say, 괜찮아, don't worry, okay? So in this case, if I use the semi-formal, I would say, 괜찮아요. 괜찮아요, which means it's okay, no worries. And here, if I want to use the very polite form, it would be 괜찮습니다. 습니다. It's okay. No worries. Okay? So these words are words that you already have heard, I guess. The last word that I will write to you, but you only need to know how to form that, and it will be easy for you. It doesn't matter how many words you take. Do you know the word I'm sorry? 미안해. Or you can just say 미안, and you are being impolite if you want to use that. If I want to use the 미안해, it means I'm sorry. But look, you are asking for forgiveness and you're being rude, it doesn't make sense. So instead, you should use this one or the other one. For example, 미안해요, I'm sorry. And the last one, if I use the very formal or very polite, I will say 미안합니다. I'm extremely sorry. 미안합니다. Okay? So guys, what do you need to remember? Look, I said that 한말 is half word. Well, look here, it's half word. It changes completely from this one here, right? So, just remember that generally, in most of the times, when we want to use the semi-formal or formal, we add yo to the word or to the noun or to the verb, and if we want to use the very polite form, we add 입니다 or 십니다. It depends on how it is the verb ending, or if it is in the affirmative, interrogative, or a negative. Okay, so remember this one, and I think it will get easier. And try to practice yourself with different characters, different things. Next time we will take a short dialogue and how to practice more Korean and more grammar. And of course, regarding the verbs, as I mentioned, we will take later on until you get used or you will know how to read properly and how to introduce yourself in Korean. Okay, so little by little we will have these safe steps together into Korean. So see you guys next time. Bye bye. 안녕히 가세요.